colors.
Space to put your gloves. And you go to your run, you've got, you know, soggy gloves and cold pants.
Just the change in the colors.
The whole run keeps you warm in the beginning, it keeps you dry in the middle of your run. And then
you're wild at the cows and then
Sure, so primarily the air
Looking at it, I was debating whether you should ladder up and build a brand of it. Because Flipnut says, I think you're more like a flip-flop than a croc. And Flipnut feels, it's very much a product.
It was the next pull off up.
And I was
Remember
debating
when we came up here and we got that shower of leaves?
Shower of what?
Leaves? I think it was the next one
I think I would do the opposite. I would like ladder down what you're talking about, be hyper specialized. So build these hyper specialized uses, just like you said. And also licensing could be really, I mean, University of Michigan equipment available in the stadium, you know, starting in late October. And like look for those.
Shoot. I bought too many drinks. Oh, it sure is pretty up here. Let's take these and put them up here. Huh? It's over by the seat, the golf ball. Found it. Better put my keys back in my purse.
Don't lose them up here. You never get them, fight them again.
Yeah. Shoot point. I haven't put in my pocket because I kind of need them when I go out by myself. If I go far, I don't think I'm going to do that today.
Ready?
It is active.
Create chaos
Oh, look at that.
and
Pretty
riots
fun.
in Portland. To induce
Almost looks like a maple leaf.
reaction,
Almost looks like a heart.
Huh?
to
Almost
induce
looks up like a pumpkin.
protests, to induce conflicts. His goal is to make Portland look like what he's been describing it as.
A U.S. official not authorized to speak publicly tells NPR the Pentagon has not issued a deployment order for troops to go to Portland and only heard of the presence released on the media. Stocks lost ground this week despite some positive economic data. NPR's Scott Horsley reports all of the major stock indexes ended the week in the red.
Consumer spending is the biggest driver of the U.S. economy, and consumers have not stopped spending yet. The report from the Commerce Department shows personal
Good thing that wasn't muddy.
4.5% in August.
Yeah.
Could have been a problem.
Spending 8% in June.
You could find some boards and stuff.
Housing is still at the slump.
I'd put it in four-wheel drive.
Existing homes fell in August, even
I'd
as
have put it in
sales
four-wheel
of
drive.
dropped. Mortgage rates inched up this week,
If
to
that
an average of 6.3% for a 30-year loan. The week, the Dow slipped a 1/10%, the S&P 500 index fell a 1/3%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq dropped 2/3%. Scott Horsley, NPR News.
Iran has recalled its ambassadors from Britain, France, and Germany over their move to reinstate international sanctions over the regime's nuclear pursuits. Very close reports sanctions are to take effect this weekend.
The Iranian regime called the decision to restore UN Security Council sanctions against Tehran irresponsible. A month ago, Britain, France, and Germany warned Iran snapback sanctions would apply.
That's where we got our showers, but that looks a little muddy. I don't think I'm going to go down that way.
The resumption of cooperation collaboration with the International Atomic Energy Agency, part of the
With that
2015 deal,
side road back there.
agreed to curtail its
Camping
investment.
spot, whatever it was.
President Trump pulled the U.S. out of that agreement in 2018. China and Russia
Oh, you got wet that day, huh?
No, it was just when it was windy and it was showering down leaves on us that day.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I had that on the phone.
Yeah, I think I even have a video of it.
I had a video and I took out the computer because it lost a game of chess that I should have. Just realized they cheat. They get caught. They get in trouble.
This is NPR News. The Trump
Just mean they
administration
don't
is
sell
asking
to
the
it.
Supreme Court
I think it's for my service.
We're gonna hike down this trail someday.
Huh?
I want to hike down this trail someday. The Dyke Trail. I'm not prepared for it. I don't have a pack. I don't have extra shit that I need. I mean, maybe tomorrow morning.
Where's my keys, Bill? I brought that pink outfit of mine because I thought there's yours is going to be cool. I wore this and brought this.
Inmate location records show that of the 8 men now at ADX, 6 were sentenced to death for killing fellow prisoners in guards in Texas and West Virginia. The 8th prisoner, Edward Fields, is a former Oklahoma prisoner. All were being held in a U.S. prison in Indiana, where the first Trump administration carried out.
I was going to read these stories today.
For NPR News, I'm George Lee,
I could
Bloomington, Indiana.
and then throw them out. I wasn't sure if I should throw them out or not. Wow, that is so neat. You got all the aspens out here with all these beautiful colors and everything else. And you have all the pines here. No color.
Elk country.
Uh-huh.
A lot of elk in this area right now. They won't move down from the high country here until it starts to snow.
I wondered about that.
Elk are tough. They won't move unless they get pushed.
There.
This show is supported by Progressive Insurance.
Join the Senior
Insurance. Snapshot, offering a personalized rate on car insurance based on safe driving. More at progressive.com. Underwritten Progressive. Snapshot is not available. Snap Judgment is supported by Better. Units making rental only a priority and offers support to take on everything life demands. With therapists available to communicate by video, chat, or phone.
Already good. Nice little road to the drive.
Someone like me. Always talking about, you're skating on thin ice, mister. Thin ice. Because I was all about the nonsense, the foolishness, the devilment. I just wanted to be me, man. You know? Principal said he followed me around, driving me crazy. I always imagined that he was a
Where
citizen
that
of global
pools of water
conspiracy
usually are.
to subvert emerging leaders of
Just all
tomorrow.
the rocks are showing
Singled
now.
me out from their headquarters in New York. Turns out that he was just a nice dude trying to keep things moving. But what if there really was a high school conspiracy? What if the man really was out to get you? So today in Snap Judgment, class is back in. The second episode of the new Snap series, School Days, episode 2, The Sleuthers. My name is Lynn Washington. Tater tots are back on the menu. You're listening. The Snap Judgment. streets.
See that? They're applauding.
Small town right on the border of Missouri and Oklahoma.
See that?
In this small town was a small group of high school students writing a
The
small
leaves on these
newspaper
trees
for
are a
their
lot
school.
smaller than the ones
And
on
one
our
day,
trees.
the
Yeah, I
students
know.
come across some information that kind of, sort of, maybe could be a big story. Sheena Sheely takes us there. Snap judgment.
It all started in March of 2016. A junior at Pittsburgh High, Maddie, walked past the cafeteria, past the gym, and into a room that opened into a garage that used to be used for an auto shop class. It was just like this huge back room that just had a bunch of random stuff back there. There were rolling chairs and old newspapers. Maddie sat down in front of a big whiteboard with her co-editors of the Booster Redux, and they parsed out their assignments for the week. It was definitely fun. Newspaper was known as the favorite class of the day. Maddie's task? Interview the incoming new principal, Amy Robertson, which she was kind of nervous about.
I felt like it was one of my bigger assignments. Everyone's gonna want to know who our new principal is going to be, and so it's gonna be my job to present her to our students and to the community.
Maddie was on the dance team and student council. Her 3 older siblings had also written for the school paper.
And my siblings were editors too, and so I thought it would just be cool to also follow in their footsteps.
Maddie found a quiet place in the newspaper classroom and called up her future principal, Dr. Amy Robertson.
She just sounded very excited to talk to me, and I was just excited. I was like, oh, this is gonna be my new principal. I really want to make sure I sound professional and make a good impression so that she knows me and enjoys the paper.
Maddie asked about Robertson's education, her professional experience.
What are your goals for the school as a new principal? What do you want the students to know about?
Amy Robertson told Maddie that she was living in Dubai, where she had started a school. She had a PhD in English, and she was excited to get started at Pittsburgh High. Her flight from Dubai to Kansas was in April, less than a month away.
I felt pretty confident that I
want to check out this creek
had
bed going up here.
answers to all of my questions.
The interview was short.
Very casual.
The next day, Maddie went back to the newspaper room to transcribe the interview. Maddie
last
paused
time we
when
got
she got to the
stopped
part
by
of the
snow
interview
was right here.
where the future principal talked about her education.
Been typing that she went to Cortland.
2 other editors, Gina and Callie, were sitting with Maddie.
And we were like, huh, never heard of that.
Callie was a junior. She joined the paper because Maddie, her best friend, was doing it. And now, they typed Cortland's University into a search engine, and they clicked on the Cortland's website. And we were like,
There's a short little thing here.
There just really wasn't a lot of information on the website like you would find at a normal university's website.
The site was a single page with all these broken links and a string of payment options on the bottom.
We were both like, oh, again, that's kind of a red flag. And then where is this place? Does this place even exist?
Lame.
We brought it to our advisor, Emily Smith.
Emily Smith's newspaper class was coveted at Pittsburgh High. She basically built it up from scratch. And now, class had an application and a wait list. Her students called her Smith. And Smith encouraged her students to write stories that meant something. They once wrote about how the cafeteria was overcrowded at lunchtime.
Amex
And they
since I
changed
had
the
it.
lunch structure.
I'm not giving them
They
any
wrote
more
about a
money.
classmate who had died in a car crash and students who were trading nude photos. These stories were recognized as 2 of the best high school newspaper stories in the whole country.
We weren't specifically trying to be edgy about stuff.
Forget the Patriot voter thing.
We just focused on
that was
good
fast.
storytelling.
So when Maddie came to her for advice on what to do about this mysterious detail from her interview with the future principal,
I'm sure I'll get more letters from
Maddie
him.
on how to politely, like, could you just answer these 3 follow-up questions?
So I'm just going to read you what I said to her. Said, hi, Dr. Robertson. I had a couple more questions that I wanted to ask you about. The first one